Hello everyone and welcome back to the CnD Podcast with your host Dippidude and CraigR218.
Hello.
Unfortunately Phoebe's not with us this last final episode. She made arrangements to not be here. So no, it's fair enough.
You finally got sick of us.
Yeah. She's looking at the viewer count. She's like, nah, I'm too big for this. She left.
Wow.
No, she's just away this weekend. Is unfortunately unable to record. But hopefully we'll be back. Whenever we require her to return. Yeah. I don't actually know when she'll be back, but we'll think of something, I'm sure. So here we are, the final episode of season 2. Wow, what a mad episode, honestly. Like, I don't know. I think it's because all the other episodes, like, especially like the first like half of the season, like nothing happened basically every episode. And for so much to happen in this last episode, it was a bit like, whoa, they can actually do something with 45 minutes. Like, was it 45 minutes? No, it might have been longer than that, actually.
It was about an hour.
I think it was an hour 10, yeah. And it just goes to show like how much more you can do with the time. It's just I'm impressed. I think I'm just impressed so much happened and it didn't feel like it was rushed. So we kick off. We'll start with the story. We'll just kick straight off and then we'll just talk about it as it goes on. Normally Phoebe's really great at telling the story. So we'll start off. Should we start off with the cliffhanger then? I guess that's the start of the episode.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So we'll start off with the cliffhanger. Actually, before we get into the cliffhanger, I want to point out that I did not know that Poppy was the space baby in the last episode. I feel like I should have known that. But it was never like mentioned, and it wasn't like I was just like, oh, it's just another baby, and I didn't even click that it was the same baby from Space Babies.
I didn't.
No, and Phoebe didn't either. Actually, Phoebe didn't point that out. So I think we were all a bit like, oh, hang on. So that was actually it was good, and I think also because it was like one of the few times they didn't just do a fucking flashback. It felt like an actual deserved like an actual deserved part of the story. Like people who were really paying attention, they were like click on really quickly, and then everyone kind of get fed it later. It was nice. Yeah, anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there. But we're gonna go. We're gonna start with the cliffhanger at the beginning. So Doctor is falling. So Belinda goes through a thing and then just vanishes. We still don't know what that wall does, I think. Although I think the Doctor described it later is that you couldn't teleport in there, didn't he? I think that's basically all it does.
Atomizes you, I think he said.
Yeah. So I'm not totally. Again, we're not totally sure on what the barrier wall thing does, but there we go. Belinda does that, disappears, and Ruby's about to go into the pink shit, purple shit, and die. And the Doctor's falling off the bone palace, and that's where we left him last episode. So the lady from the Christmas episode, who was his companion for it wasn't even a companion for the episode. She was just a lady, who was stuck.
But he stayed with her for a year, didn't he?
Yeah. And everyone was like, oh, she's brilliant. She's like the best companion ever. And I was so glad she came back, actually. And she now runs the Time Hotel for some reason. I'm not sure why.
I don't think she ran it. I don't think she runs it.
She had a manager's badge on.
Doesn't mean she runs it.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, actually, at the end, she does say something about the boss says hi.
That's what, yeah.
So, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, so she comes back. I have been actually meaning to rewatch that episode because I watched it at Christmas and like I wasn't in the best place to watch it. There's about like 8 other people walking around and like right in front of the screen and shit, and I was like, oh, I really want to rewatch this, but I never got around to it because a part of me was like, oh, it's just going to be a standalone story because like Moffat wrote it as well, so I just kind of felt like if Moffat's written it, it's never gonna come back. There'll be no,
Be no payoff for it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be rewatching it and I'll be like, that's a cool episode, but there'd be no like, it wouldn't ever come back, but it did somehow. So the lady from the Christmas episode comes back. I don't remember her name. No, I'm not even gonna guess it. Do you have a guess?
Was it Michelle?
Oh, it might have been. No idea.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's fine. She comes back and she's like, "Oh," and pulls him through. And then she kind of
gives the
gives
door that she's opened up.
Yeah, from the Time Hotel. What I don't understand is how I don't know, when she opens the door again, it's clearly in the middle of like the air, so it's like floating. But the door is then like following this thing all the way down. It's clearly attached to the falling piece of debris. So I don't know what it's doing now. Is it part of the debris or is it in the air?
She does explain that later on in the episode that she's got a manager's key, but it doesn't really go into much more detail than that.
Yeah. So she can open the doors and do whatever she wants with them, and that's fair enough. But I don't know. If she'd opened the door again and it was still attached to the bone structure, a bone palace, I'd have been like, oh, cool. It's just part of that. That's how the door opens. But then she opened it in the middle of like the sky. So I don't know. And then she goes on.
It was attached to the falling debris.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, exactly. But it's not. It's I don't know. She then gives her backstory about what she's been doing for the last year or 2 years. 2 years? A year? I think it's been a year. She's been trying to find the Doctor, and she kept finding different versions of the Doctor, which is a bit weird. I don't know. I think I get it now. I've seen the whole episode. I understand. It's like, they always have these little like Doctor cameo things when it's like the last episode or something, don't they?
Yeah, they definitely do.
So it's like Matt Smith. He's like, I don't know what he's doing. He's playing chess or something.
It's the episode of the Cybermen with the thing on the side of his head. He was playing chess with himself because he had that cybernetic implant in his brain.
Oh, I actually don't remember that.
Yeah, it was quite an interesting episode.
Yeah, I have to. We are rewatching them, so we will get there eventually. But yeah, actually, I don't remember that one. But yeah, that's that was cool. And then when she found him with was it Rogue?
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, by then I stopped looking for you or something."
Now though, with what happened, we know that Rogue's probably never going to come back. Is he? Anyway, we'll carry on. We'll leave that.
No, go on.
Looks, it ruins the end of it.
Oh, okay, all right, all right, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Rogue should come back. I feel like we need more Rogue in our lives.
I agree. I'd love to have a series of just him, but unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen now.
No. But I did see. This is again going to the end, but also not really related. At the end of the show, there was a trailer for the new series, and it looks good.
What it is, the battle between land and sea.
That's it. Yeah.
I was expecting to say like unit or something. Like I thought it was a trailer for something else at the start.
They've really distanced themselves from the show.
Tell me about it. I was like, oh, Kate's there. I thought I'd finished watching the program. I was like, oh, that's Kate. I know, that's the wheelchair lady. Well,
yeah.
Hold on, what's going on here?
yeah, that's the show. Yeah, I think it's an attempt to like distance itself from Doctor Who and like.
Hey, it looks fucking sick.
Yeah, it does look good. It kind of reminds me of like
Explains where the budget went.
Honestly, I really hope it does well because, like, it. Yeah, I think.
Reminds me of Torchwood.
Yeah. Very much. I don't know. I'm trying to remember, like, yeah, sort of like Marvel, but without all the superheroes and stuff. You know, when they do those, like, I don't remember one of the shows now, but like, yeah. But no, it's yeah, no, it looks really good, and like I said, I think they have distanced themselves from the show, which is probably a good thing because, like,
yeah, definitely.
It'll bring in a new audience, and they'll be like, "Oh, this is a little spacey, you know, not a sci-fi show," but yeah, I think it'll bring new people in, which would be good. I like that. But yeah, the trailer was shown at the end, so that was good. Because again, but it did just say coming soon. Again, it doesn't have a release date, but they have filmed it all, so it's not like yeah, it's just whenever they want to release it, I guess. Probably be next year now, just to pad out the gap of Doctor Who.
I was questioning that though. Are we still going to have a gap based on what happened at the end? Like, are we going to sit on that reveal for over 2 years potentially?
Yeah, no idea.
Are we going to have a Christmas episode? Because none of that came up in the ending. It was no coming soon or next time or, you know, see you at Christmas or something. You know, it doesn't say that, does it? Or see you at the end of the year. Doctor Who returns. Like, no. Yeah.
Even in the confidential, they didn't even mention the last scene. Which I mean, it kind of makes sense because they normally film them separate, like separately from the rest of the show to keep the secret. Yeah, I have no idea. Anyway, we're getting a little bit too far ahead of ourselves. So we still got the two Ranis. And actually, now I remember about it. And sorry, no, I'm going too far ahead again. All right, so there's two Ranis still, and we're still, yeah. So he's gone through the time hotel. Going through the time hotel has regained his memories. And everyone else has had a Groundhog's Day, and they've reset. They've woken up. Belinda is now alone, and Ruby is just there. But yeah, the whole day's reset.
Mum doesn't hate her this time.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, the whole world's reset again, and then the doctor's like, "Cool, I'm gonna go to unit then," doesn't he? Does he go to unit? Oh no, where does he go first? Does he go to unit first, or does he go to Poppy?
He goes.
I think he goes to Belinda's first.
Yeah, he picks them up. Yeah, because then he reveals them at unit. Yeah, he picks them up first.
Yeah, he picks them up and brings them to the time hotel, and they have memories again as well. Yeah. Then he pops into unit, and she's like, "What are you wearing, Mr. Smith?" And he's got like a denim kilt on. Oh dear. And then I don't know, does she opens like multiple doors, and I guess it was to like let the normalness spread faster. But then by the end she's only got one door open again, so I don't know what that was about. It was like, hey, open the door, and then this place is normal again.
But it was to remove the remaining doubt, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So everyone was still doubting it, so they opened multiple rooms to kind of do that, and then to maintain it was probably just one door. That's what I got from it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, alright, sorry, it was the same door, it was just in different locations. Yeah. Alright, okay, yeah. So yeah, that happened, and then what's her name? Shit.
So Kate kind of wakes up and tries to get all of the unit members back because they have a chip and they activate a 10-mile radius of kind of waking everyone back up from the delusion or the wish. And everyone starts to come back in one by one. back from one person got completely forgotten, which was the
yeah, that's what I was going to bring up.
the woman.
I can't remember their name. Was it Rose?
I don't think they're worth remembering, mate. To be honest with you,
I just feel like they only came back just for that one thing.
Oh no, mate! They only came back to make sure they got a tick in exclusivity in this episode.
They didn't do anything that whole episode. They were just there.
Yeah,
and they haven't been in there.
Off our inclusiveness? No, get her in.
they haven't been in unit for the whole season as well. It wasn't just like it wasn't like, oh, we've just like forgotten her this one time. No, she hasn't been there since like since David Tennant.
And I'll be honest with you, Ruby ran this fucking whole episode as the second companion, in my opinion. Like, she was the companion, in my opinion, in this episode.
Mm. Oh yeah, definitely.
I think she was great. Like,
I feel
this
like
was not Belinda's episode at all.
I feel like we've been robbed of a whole season of her. Like, yeah, she's amazing now. You know.
So they start talking, and everybody kind of like patting them back. Oh, welcome back! Yay, Kate's back. She gets changed. Everyone kind of, you know, wakes up out of the wish. And then the Rani kind of gets the Seekers to lock onto the Doctor's position. No, they don't. Sorry, no, that's a lie. They get Conrad to do it. She kind of tells Conrad where is he, and then cut a long story short, she then teleports into unit. And the Doctor does. There's like a standoff. That she's like, you know, with the Omega, I can create a new version of Gallifrey, and the Time Lords, I can create it again in a better image. Doctor, why don't you want that, or something along those lines?
Yeah.
And the Doctor's like, no, I will stop you. And it's kind of like a standoff, and Belinda's like, the big reveal is basically the Doctor, that is the Doctor's daughter, and apparently they can't have kids.
Yeah.
Apparently Time Lords can't have kids. I'm sorry, David Tennant literally said he had a family one time.
Yeah, and the first Doctor had a grandchild.
Yeah, how the fuck does that work?
I don't know. But then wasn't they saying? Didn't they say something about the? I can't remember now. The Great Time thing, the Time War, caused them to be infertile or something.
Was it the Time War?
Was it that, or was it something else?
I'm also thinking the Doctor's forgot that he has a daughter already. Oh wait, no, he thinks she died. Oh, that's just a good point, actually. Because he left that episode thinking that she had died, but actually she didn't die.
What's this, sorry?
Georgia Tennant, the one, David Tennant's wife.
Yeah.
She's still alive out there, but I suppose the Doctor wouldn't know that, would he?
No. That should have been a spin-off, actually.
Mate, imagine if she come back in this episode. This would be the perfect episode to come back. The Doctor's a daughter. Yeah, he does. It's me. Da-da-da.
Yeah, she comes back like fucking Captain Marvel, smashes through the wall.
Yeah, like, miss me? And that would have been great.
Oh, brilliant. I reckon had David still been the Doctor, I reckon that might have happened.
Would have been great, mate. So, effectively, the whole standard. Oh, I'm going to do this. No, you're not. We'll stop you. Belinda's like, oh, you're not taking my kid. It's like, Belinda, you don't have a choice, love. Like, shut up. Sit back in your little third character slot. Just stay quiet. No one really wants to see you in this episode. And the Doctors have like a sonic off. We think the Doctor's lost. And I was like, oh, she outbested him. And then she kind of just teleports away.
I like her sonic screwdriver. It's like a syringe.
Yeah, it's kind of like she's curing the Time Lords or something.
Yeah, it's like a Doctor's. Yeah, I like it. It's like a Doctor's syringe.
And then after that, she goes back to a little bone palace to start sending what we now know are the beast. What are they called again? The bone beasts to attack Unit HQ.
Yeah.
Because what we learn is they're actually there to fix the adverse effects of this wish world.
Mm.
Anything that's not atomized or something like that, I think it's what they call it, is kind of corrected by these beasts. They're underworld beasts. Kind of keep things running, I guess you could say.
Yeah. I think they're just a cause of it.
Yeah, they're the correctors. They're the mentors of the Doctor Who.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Then
so
they start attacking. Do they start attacking the? They start attacking the tower, don't they?
Yeah, they start attacking the tower, and then Kate puts it into defense mode.
And it becomes a fucking 80-80.
Yeah, you know what I was annoyed about when the guns first came out. I was like, they better have the one that Tennant was shot by.
Yeah,
and they did. I was like, oh, that's a good continuity.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
Is when the first two came out, the two like freaking blasters. I was like,
yeah,
right, where's the big one?
Yeah, literally.
It took him like 5 minutes to get it out there, but when it did come out, I was like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, no, it's good. I don't know why the building had to rotate, because I think all the guns had a 360.
I don't know why we needed a massive ship wheel for it to rotate, to be honest with you.
When it came out, I was like, what's going to happen now?
Yeah, because at one
I
point...
thought it was going to move.
Yeah, at one point, the Doctor was like, yeah, get ready for flight. I was like,
yeah.
Wait, that's going to fly? And it wasn't, it was just a little jetpack. I'm like, huh? It wasn't even a jetpack. But there was no flight. Hold on a minute.
No, she just got teleported, didn't she?
It was a fucking teleport. There was no flight.
I thought the building was going to fly. I was fully expecting the building to take off. I'm glad it didn't, because it would have been ridiculous. But but yeah, when the fucking pirate ship wheel came out,
honestly, woke fucking nonsense.
It's funny.
And then after that, the Doctor's turns out that he didn't lose the sonic battle. He just reprogrammed or actually copied her code from the little glider. So we saw the glider in action again.
Yeah.
Came and picked the Doctor up. All while this was happening, the two Ranis were making a portal or some sort of portal thing to grab Omega from the underworld and bring him into the overworld. Like a Minecraft at this point.
Yeah.
So the Doctor kind of flies through the window, smashes through, and kind of stops it. And then there's a moment where he gets up, and the two Ranis are like, Doctor, why are you trying to stop us? Don't you want to see the Omega? And the Doctor kind of stops for a second. He's like, actually, yeah. And he kind of allows them to do it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Curious nature, I get that. He's over 1,200 years old at this point, and he's never seen it. He's seen it once.
No, yeah.
So they kind of release Omega. Fucking shittest boss I've ever seen. So it comes out. We see these 5 claws, like almost as big as the door, right?
Yeah.
It opens slowly.
No one thought, oh, maybe we should close it now. Like,
no one thought, oh, actually, oops.
Maybe that's not Omega.
I mean, it was, but
yeah, it was. I mean, it was, but they didn't know that.
No. And then he comes out, and Rani's like, "What's happened?" And the Doctor's like, "This is what we've called him. He has become the beast that everyone portrays him as in the underworld. He becomes a literal self." And then she just gets eaten.
Yeah, she just gets eaten. And the other Rani's like, well, I guess I'll go then. Just teleports away. And
this little wristband, similar to Captain Jack's, but it's like a different kind of it's a jewelry piece.
It reminds me of the bands from Ms. Marvel.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you watched that. I think
I did a little bit.
Yeah. She had those those wristbands. Oh, I don't know what they're called. Bangles or something, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it, the bangles.
Yeah, it reminds me of that actually.
So she pieces out, and the Doctor's like, "Oh, shit."
Pieces out. Yeah, she does.
She's like, "Yeah, I ain't dealing with this. I'm off." Which means, give us 10 years, she might come back.
Yeah. That's so funny. Meanwhile, Ruby has teleported into Conrad's room to, like, I don't know, convince him to not be a dick.
Yeah.
Again. I didn't really know what her plan was. I mean, it was to stop him, but...
Well, he had a gun, so
yeah,
didn't really do much.
And then he was like, I was expecting you. I was like, fuck off. There's no way that you were expecting someone to teleport in there. What?
I don't think teleport. I think he knew if it all went to shit, she would be coming for him.
Yeah. But for, like...
Either through the door or, like, some way.
This is funny.
Kind of interesting though. How he knew she'd be exactly that. I mean, that teleport made no noise. She just appeared and got a gun there. It's like, oh, okay. Actually, you've been pointing it out. Yeah, you're all wrong.
Yeah.
So he switched back to the Doctor, easily defeating the biggest creature and supposedly most powerful Time Lord with a fucking death ray.
Yeah.
Which, for as hyped up as he was, probably the easiest monster he's ever killed. Easier than the fucking Trickster, like easier than any of the other gods. Like apparently it's just the Omega God. Yeah, you got killed by a death ray from a guitar-looking thing. Like shit, boss man. Honestly, I feel like that when he came out of that tunnel and the Doctor was like, "If only I had a weapon." Cut episode 1 there. Episode 2 should have been him failing the first time and then finding another route.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Honestly, end the first episode there. We're like, oh shit, he's out. What's the Doctor gonna do? He's got no weapons. Start episode 1, him grabbing the what's it called now?
Well, the Vindicator.
Vindicator, that's it. Grabbing the Vindicator, trying it, and then Mega's like, yeah, your puny weapon won't stop me. Boom. Episode 2's kicked off, Doctor gets knocked out the window, shit's going south, what do I do? Like, that was so much better!
Yeah, we could have had, like, even a whole season just in this weird world.
Nah, season's too long.
It's only 8 episodes now, like...
So, I mean...
I wouldn't even say it was that long. Like, I mean, he could go in the TARDIS, come back, do an adventure, or whatever. I don't know.
I would like to have seen the Doctor run away. Like, just it's the Omega. I can't stop this. And then have her come back.
We never saw what the Omega could do. He was just like, I want to eat Time Lords.
Yeah,
and there's only 2 of them.
That's what he does. Yeah, we're gonna eat him.
Yeah, there's only 2 of them, so he's not gonna be very hungry.
The heartbeats, the tune. I thought for a moment that it was the Master because the tune of the heartbeats was the same as they used to tap. You know, like that one.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been cool.
I genuinely thought that is the same pattern that he always used to tap on the table.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought the Master was in there. And the look on the face, I was like, oh my god, it's not going to be him, it's going to be the Master. But no, it wasn't. It was some shit fucking boss they spent all of their budget on.
Yeah.
Got defeated in like 30 seconds. The saving grace is what happened after. So, what happens after all the bullshit and all near the end of the episode? So the Doctor kind of defeats him, and then everything's right again.
They just close the door, and then like, But at the same time, Ruby has gone, forget all the wishes. So suddenly the Bone Palace is like disappearing around him, and he's like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah, so Ruby's
bad
like,
timing.
Oh, and the TARDIS is magically in the Bone Palace.
Yeah.
The whole time, just in invis.
Yeah, and Ruby was like inside it as well. So I don't know. But yeah.
Which means Conrad was inside it the whole time, which is bizarre.
Yeah, I didn't get that. But
and then
unless it like enveloped, I guess it enveloped around them. But
no idea.
Yeah.
So after that, we had the Doctor.
We missed the whole section.
Kicked off.
Yeah, we missed the whole bit about Belinda crying about this child.
Belinda. Oh mate, Belinda wasn't even that interesting, was she? She goes into some sort of stasis.
It was literally an hour ago I watched this.
Right, she's forgettable. I'm sorry, I don't like her at all.
She's just like, oh my child, oh oh, I must remember my child. Please don't let my child be forgotten. Oh,
honestly,
no. Oh.
best thing that happened is her to go in that room for the whole episode. She fucks off into some sort of quarantine room with the kid.
I was like, I'm sorry, if someone had told me that my child didn't exist, and I knew that my child didn't exist, and it was just a thing that happened for one day, I'd be like, alright, cool, fuck it, it's gone, it's not mine.
So they go into this room that's like stasis, and the doctor's like, I will save her. And she's like, oh, I know you will. Wait, fuck her, it doesn't matter. And so we go back to the doctor. He saved the world again. We go back to the main room, and they go into the TARDIS, and they bring Poppy out, and she's all okay, and so is Belinda. Boo. Back in the TARDIS, she's like, oh, we're going to save you. And they start handing each other this coat, and it keeps on getting smaller and smaller, which I think is a great detail.
Every time they folded it like got smaller, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't notice it until it was gone. That was some great bit of cinema.
That's brilliant, yeah. They kept focusing on it, and I was like, oh no, somebody's going to...
Yeah, like, are they going to kiss? Like, what's going on here? Like,
yeah.
I thought she was getting jealous at first, and I was like, hang on, it's not, it's that.
Yeah, I thought she was as well, because they were talking about going to Neptune and like flying away, and I thought, oh no, Ruby's going to be left behind again. And, yeah, really sad.
Yeah. So the Doctor and Belinda forget that they got a kid. Ruby's the only one that doesn't seem to forget that, which is not explained at all.
No. No, I was trying to work out, and I was just like, how can that happen? Like,
it's genuinely not explained at all. It's annoying.
And then I thought maybe she was mad. I was just like, oh, maybe she's just like gone mad because this child never existed anyway. But then it turned out it had existed the whole time.
Yeah, so she goes back into the main room and asks everyone, like, what else has changed? And subtle things. The Doctor kind of paraphrased it as everything's shifted 1 degree. And he's like, I will get Poppy back after he kind of like remembers. He doesn't. I don't think he remembers at this point. He just knows that something's off.
He does it on a whim, and it's really. And I thought that was a bit weird.
But that gives him. But why would it? Yeah, but he knows these people, and I think we know Ruby enough now to know she wouldn't be lying about this, especially when she's that emotional.
Yeah.
It's like like something's off.
He's like, all right, I'll just kill myself off for a thing that might not even exist.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's what he says. Basically what he says, though.
We're not there yet, hang on. And then the Doctor's like, I will go. Let's do this, yay. And everyone's like, we'll come with you. And he's like, no. The only person that can stop this is the last Time Lord. And then he shuts the door, runs down his TARDIS, and then a nice, pleasant surprise, actually. He's messing around with the TARDIS controls. The TARDIS then shows him all of the old faces. I'm not going to count the one that shouldn't be there between David Tennant and Peter Capaldi. Doesn't matter. That can fuck off. She doesn't count.
What, Matt Smith?
What? No, the other one. Sorry.
Joking. What, Jodie?
You know what I mean? No, the other one.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember what her name is.
The shit one that no one can remember because she was shit.
Okay.
So she's like, she appears on the list. I'm just gonna edit that part. If I download it, I'm just gonna edit that part. And
just
then
that
we
one
see
like
Jodie.
frame.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't count, mate. I don't like her at all.
All right.
And then fucking Jodie appears.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, you're right, love." Oh, sorry, in her accent.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, I don't know why she appeared. She tries to stop him because what he wants to do is divert all of his regeneration energy into the time stream to reset the world by that 1 degree. And then by doing this, he will unfortunately have to regenerate.
I was really happy to see Jodie again, actually.
I
didn't think I would be,
was.
but I don't know if it was just the writing. I think it was just like I felt like she was.
Yeah, give her good writing. She's a better one.
Yeah, she's actually a good doctor, and I was like, oh, that's just, it's kind of a shame actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, she actually felt like the doctor, and they like had a little chat, and he was like, "Oh, thank God it's not that other guy. He was always showing up."
Oh, that was great. I love Tennant.
Yeah.
And then nice little callback to Tennant that was, and then she does the whole, "Oh, you've redecorated." I don't like it.
Yeah.
And then they kind of have a little chat. They give a nice little hug. She's like, "I've got to go now because the times streams are all out of parallel." and it's going to obviously cause issues. Same like it did with Tom Baker and David Tennant in that episode, where they kind of chatted about little celery and shit like that. And then he kind of does it. He tunnels all of his regeneration energy into the TARDIS, and next thing we know, he wakes up on a floor of a grass floor. TARDIS is behind him in like some sort of garden, and unfortunately, Belinda's there. And it turns out he saved Poppy. He's gonna regenerate because just before he sees him, he blows the generation off his hand again, like some sort of bad smell.
Yeah.
And turns out that Poppy is no longer his daughter. She's fully human.
So she's been there the whole time?
Yeah, it turns out she's been there the whole time, but for some reason, I don't know why the doctor couldn't remember it.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason she wanted to get home. And
I don't know. I feel like they could have. I don't know. They could have teased
I feel like a lot of retconning went into it.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of retconning happened, but they could have so easily.
Did you notice?
Like peeled it in the show.
The bit about the TARDIS. Oh, inside the TARDIS when they were all three of them were there when Poppy disappeared. He threw the fucking certificate out into space to retcon the whole issues that we had in that episode about them, the robots, Belinda Wrights, whatever the fuck they were called.
Yeah.
Why went back? Like they retconned the shit out of that in the last episode. I don't get who you mean. That was a rewrite.
They listened to the podcast. That's what it was. They were like, those CnD guys. They know what they're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah, Russell, if you're listening, just leave, mate. We've had enough of you. Okay, you bollocks. Get someone fresh.
So
anyway, so we went after that. The Doctor kind of goes back into his TARDIS, and we get another nice callback. He goes into space. All the lights start turning off as he's kind of walking to the TARDIS door. He opens it, enjoys there, not in a physical form, just a nice little star in the distance.
That was nice,
and it was
again. Why I want to
do this
episode.
alone.
Yeah.
And then the best thing about the episode, in my opinion, and I'm so fucking intrigued what's going to happen. He regenerates, and I don't know how, why, who. Well, I know who. Actually, I don't know who. It could be someone totally different. Like, for instance, happened with Peter Capaldi. He was in an episode of someone else, came back as Peter Capaldi. So it might be her, it might not be. But as far I'm going to call her it because it's her name as we know in the character. Rose Tyler is the new Doctor.
Yeah. Again, it could also not be her because she was in the 50th special.
It could be Bad Wolf Girl, yeah.
Yeah.
It could be because remember she took all of the TARDIS. It could be that version.
Yeah.
I think there's like 6 versions. It could be the one that got moved into the parallel universe. It could be the one that took the TARDIS blast. It could be the one that was the Bad Wolf Girl. It could be normal Tyler. We don't know which one. Or it could be something totally different. It could be like an old face come back as something like for instance like Capaldi.
Yeah.
But the first line was "Hello, you" or something like that. I was quite cool actually.
Yeah, I liked it.
I wonder if Tennant's going to come back then, and she's going to see him and be like, "It's me." Tennant has another fucking form now, doesn't he? He has another one on Earth that's just chilling with Donna.
Yeah.
She could come back like, "Donna, oh, it's me."
Yeah, I'm you now. I have your face. Yeah, weird. I don't know where that's gonna go. I'm a bit annoyed we're gonna have to wait like 2 years to find out, or 3 years. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's not like the thing is with Billie Piper, she's not like doing anything else. Like she's busy doing film work or whatever. So yeah, it kind of makes sense, I guess. Like I said with Shooty, he's always got I don't know. He always seemed to have like films scheduled and stuff. Like you're like one of like the BBC's like top starring faces, and you're missing from some of the episodes like because of this.
Do you think that's why the season was so short?
I don't know. I think that was just budgetary.
So they spent most of it on the fucking god that lasted 30 seconds.
Yeah, and even like the AT-AT fight, um, that was just like, I don't know. It just felt, it was weird. It's like a weird frame rate. It was like completely different from the shot of the film. I don't know. It just felt weird. It felt like half the frames were missing. You know what I mean? Like the CGI just didn't like. Yeah, it just wasn't the same frame rate as Shooty flying on his little bone scooter. But yeah, I don't know. I just yeah. I guess it. I know it's a TV show, and I know it doesn't have the budget of a film, but I don't know. But yeah, that was the whole episode, I think, wasn't it? I think we covered everything.
Yeah, that's everything.
Yeah, everyone. I was watching the Confidential as well. There isn't really too much else to say, other than like Poppy coming back, and there's some like behind the scenes where she like makes some funny jokes. There's one bit where he scans her and goes, "Oh, she's 100% human," and Poppy goes, "Doctor Who" or something. Yeah. And then they did a whole section about Jodie Whittaker coming back, which was nice. And she was like happy to come back. She was like, I don't care what the script is. I'll just say yes. But she was like mid filming something else, and she had to like leave, and she couldn't tell them why. Basically, because it was all top secret. She's like, oh yeah, you gotta like let me go for like a few days. Can't tell you why. But that's good. Yeah. Yeah. Overall, I feel like the Rani again wasn't a threat, and seeing that the Omega wasn't really a threat either. He just got killed by a laser beam. I don't know. I don't know where to put this episode. I feel like it's in two halves. You know what I mean?
I don't rate it highly at all.
I feel like the season arc payoff has been awful, but there were moments I did like. Like I did like. I like Ruby coming back. Even like when she left the child with Ruby's mother. That was nice. The wish child. I'd actually forgotten about that until I just said it. But yeah, they'd gone back to Ruby's mother and given her the wish child, which was nice. Like they didn't have to like tie up loose ends like that, but it was nice, and like they had the time to like actually make a good episode. I feel like the season arc payoff wasn't worth it.
Notice the difference though between 45 minutes and an hour and 10. How much better it can be.
Yeah. Granted, it did need that time. Like I said, this episode feels like it was in two halves. Because the whole first half was about the Rani, and then the whole second half was like, oh, but what about this child that doesn't exist? Oh no, oh, give me my child back. Oh, but, oh, what child? What do you mean? Oh, it's just back and forth about this. Like, in the end, I don't know if I don't know. Like, was the Doctor hoping it was half Time Lord or not? No idea.
No idea, mate.
Yeah, but like I said, I was intrigued the whole time. I wasn't like shit. That was done quickly. That was like, it wasn't like, what do you call it? Like event. It was like things were happening like at a really good pace. And like you said, the hour 10 really like it needed it definitely because of the whole ending. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna say I enjoyed it. But it wasn't the best thing I've ever seen. Do you know what I mean? I loved the bit with Jodie.
I think thinking about it, I think he is the lowest. I think he's the second lowest tenured Doctor, other than Paul McGann, which got done dirty. Still my favourite Doctor of all time.
He's the second lowest what, sorry?
Second shortest Doctor.
He's not shorter than Eccleston.
He got 2, didn't he?
No, Eccleston.
He had more episodes. Yeah, I think he had more episodes.
I don't think he did, actually. I think he had... Because Shooty would have had 18, 19. Because he had the two... He had two Christmas specials and two seasons.
Then it's Paul McGann, Eccleston, and then him, then.
Yeah, so he's the third. I do feel like... I don't know. I still don't know why he's left. Because these were filmed years ago now as well. These were filmed like, I think it's like the start of last year. A lot of this. So it's not like, it's weird. I don't know why he's left unless Russell's just decided, yeah, we need to mix it up. But like I said, they made these 2 seasons like back to back, like as one like session, almost. So it feels almost a bit rushed. Like, I don't know why he's left.
But technically, then he only had realistically 1 year as a Doctor.
Pretty much,
one
yeah.
Proper filming stint. So he didn't really get a chance to settle into the role, really.
No. Yeah, because they started filming season 2 before season 1 had even come out. I think obviously they had like a few months break in between, but they were like literally back to back. They hadn't even like had the thoughts or the feedback from season 1 to like integrate it into season 2. Like it was just like, well, we're filming season 2 now. Like, all right, like chill out. I think by that point, I know the 60th episode had come out, so people had to watch those. But yeah, like I said, like from like actual being on screen, like, well, from filming, he's only been the Doctor for like a year, 2 years. Like, I don't know. I just don't. And like you said, these seasons are shorter. Like, it's not like he's like, oh, this is too much work. Like, I don't know. But maybe he's just like doing too much Hollywood stuff. I don't know. But yeah. I don't know where we're going with this. Do you want to give your ratings then?
Yeah, I'm going to give my ratings on 3 different things.
Okay.
I think it's good to get a rating of what we thought of him as a Doctor, what we thought of the episode, and then what we think for the future. Like what we not a rating for the future, like what we think is going to happen next.
Okay.
So
how about a rating for series then as well?
No, but that's what you're doing. That's why you're totaling it all up, no?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I just I haven't got Phoebe's. She hasn't watched it, but
that's fine. We can mention that next time.
Yeah. Okay.
It probably will be a Christmas episode. So we'll mention it there.
Yeah, or the new show.
Yeah. So him as a Doctor. See, I really liked him as an actor. Immediately, I'm thinking 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
But I liked him as a Doctor. I liked him as a person. I like him as an actor. I just think he got done wrong with this woke bullshit. Similar to what Jodie got done wrong with her writing. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to give him a 7.
I really liked him as a Doctor.
He had a 7 with the potential to be my favourite, but they fucked him.
Yeah. No, there was like, I don't know, I was talking to Phoebe about it, and there was like and there's scenes where he's like angry, but I just don't feel like it was deserved. Or like I don't know, he's just not an angry person. Like, and it doesn't like, I don't know. I think had he been like kind of angry the whole show, maybe I might have bought it. I might be like, okay, but when it's just like, click, oh, I'm angry now. He's just a bit too camp for that, and I don't know if I don't know if it comes across as like he's actually angry. I was actually playing Codemasters Grid Legends, and he's in that. and he gets angry in one of the scenes in that, and it's like, oh, I'm angry, and then he just like rugby tackles a guy, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like that I wasn't getting that level of angry from him. Like, if anyone who hasn't played it, I'd give the cutscenes at least a watch on YouTube. But yeah, he sort of plays the same character in that. He's just sort of like, you know, a bit like, bit bouncy, a bit friendly, happy, you know.
Yeah.
I just
done yet. Hang on.
Sorry. Yeah.
So like I said, I'll give him a 7. What I thought of the episode. It's difficult. It's not my favourite episode, but then the ending, in my opinion, really helped it, and the Belinda barely being in it helped as well. Probably gonna give it an 8.
An 8? That's quite high.
That's just purely for Rose Tyler.
Oh wow, okay. Alright, fair enough. Alright. As a doctor, like I said before, I don't know, they were showing his when Russell was like saying goodbye to him basically, and he was saying about how like dynamic his range is, and he's like, oh, he shows emotions, and he's really good at showing like different emotions. But I feel the problem is that he just like, there's times where it's unnecessary in the show. Like I said, when he was like crying over those like 3 people who didn't exist in the Lux episode. So what are you doing, mate? Like, they're not even real. Like, they're never they're not real. They're not gonna be real once you leave. Like, what? And then it was just like this whole song and dance about it. Like the music came on, he's watering up. Like, no, what are you doing? Why is this a beat in the show? Like, just leave. I didn't understand that, and like. And there's other times as well where he just sort of like just starts tearing up, and it's a bit like, it's sort of undeserved because you're doing it all the time. So yeah, I don't know. I liked him as a doctor. I feel like I don't know. A lot of the wokeness just kind of like it kind of takes you out of the show a bit. There are times where Russell has written it really well. Like with the Dot and Bubble episode where everyone was actually a racist. I thought that was so well written, and I was like, oh wow, that's brilliant. And even again in, not this episode, but the last one, the first part, where he was like, oh, actually, like, wheelchair people don't exist in Conrad's mind, and things like that. And I was like, it's I don't know, it's just like, it's well written and it's not in your face. There was an episode with Jodie where it was like, they go to this like fog planet where like if you go outside you die from like I don't know, carbon monoxide or something. And then right at the very end of the episode they find out it was actually Earth, and then like Jodie gives this right big old speech about how we need to save the planet and the environment and all this shit, and like it just becomes like a PSA, and it was just why was that at the end of the episode, you know? So I'm glad like things like that aren't really in the show. There are still things like that, like like when Donna's is it adopted child or whatever was like, oh, don't call the alien, it might be non-binary. I was like, what? Like, why is this written in the show?
And then fucking Tennant turns around and is like, oh no, you're right. No, she's not right.
It could have been written better. Like, it could have been, I don't know, like, I just feel like, yeah. Again, like you said, it's just sort of ticking boxes, and it's not, yeah. Cool. I'm gonna. So yeah, overall, I'm gonna give him a 7. I really liked him as a character. When he first came on, I was like really hopeful. I was like, oh, this is going to be brilliant. and I think just the overarching stories have just not been that good, and I think it's kind of like it hasn't. I don't know. I don't think it showcases talent enough. Like, had there been like one like really proper sad crying moment where someone had actually died, because I don't think many people have died in this season at all, except maybe the Midnight sequel. I don't even know what that was called now. Other than that one episode where I'd been like, okay, fine, someone did actually die and it was upsetting, there hasn't been any reason for him to be upset about anything.
I agree. Like, I think the problem is that we don't know if it was forced or directed, or he did it himself. That's a problem.
Yeah. The episode overall, I'm gonna give it a 7. Again, I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'm not gonna include the Billy Piper at the end as part of the episode, because again, I don't know where it's going and I don't know why that's happened. I really like Jodie coming back. I think that was like a quality scene. And yeah, I don't know. I'm hopeful for the new show. I'll be honest. I'm kind of happy this is over. I'm gonna give it a 7. I'll just write that down. There we go. We'll get Phoebe's next time she's on the show. I don't know when that'll be, but overall, how do you feel like the season was?
Do you have all my scores totaled up?
I haven't got them totaled up. I can do it now if you want.
I'm curious to what overall it would have been.
All right, so this is out of 80 because there was 8 episodes. So just give me a sec. We're going. I keep forgetting you did the halves. Okay. Out of 80, you've got a 54. So just, what's that, like 6 out of 10? 7 out of 10?
It's about, yeah, I agree with that. It's about right for the season, in my opinion.
Yeah. Your favourite episode was episode 4, which I think was the
Can't remember.
I can have a look on. Hang on, I got it in the other chat. Give me a sec. Lucky Day. I think, yeah, Lucky Day was episode 4. That was your highest rated episode at 8.5.
Still stand by that.
Yeah. Honestly, if the spin-off show is even close to that episode, that would be brilliant.
Just give me 8.5s every week. I'll be happy. Just no woke bollocks. I don't want the sea creatures to come out and see and go, "Oh, you're humans," and then that's a point as well. He was also in the Doctor Who as well, wasn't he? He was.
He was
smoking a lot.
He was. He's Alonzo from.
Alonzo, that's it. Yeah, I wonder if
episode.
I wonder if that is him. Like,
what? Still the same character?
Yeah.
I
mean, it must be because he's not a Doctor, is he? Like, I just don't want him to. I just don't want Alonzo to turn around and be like, "Oh, you're a woman," and then they go, "No, actually, I'm
it's
not."
a fish.
Like, yeah. Honestly, I'll just quit the series right in there. Oh, you can't assume a gender. The woman coming out. Oh, actually, you can't call them that. Fuck off, glove. No one wants to see you here. Fuck off.
Oh dear. I've gone slightly higher than you. I'm at 56. But that's pretty similar, to be honest. There's not much in it. Yeah. Well, there you go. That was the whole season. Is there anything else you want to add? Or I think we're done, really. I have no idea where the show's going.
Just above mid.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where the show's going now, though. I don't know. There's just like too many little cameos as well that have kind of bothered me, like having Rogue come back for like literally one scene. But then when I was watching the Confidential, he didn't even film that in season 2. He filmed that when he was still in season 1, and like he was like, "Oh, why am I going into this room and just filming this weird scene?" and then not being able to tell anyone about it for 3 years. He was just like really confused. So they knew in advance. Like, yeah, these two seasons have been back to back. So I don't know. Which is weird when Disney have like clearly paid for 3 seasons. So again, I've no idea what their plan is now.
Maybe they paid for 3 seasons, and one of them being this new one we're going to get, not a Doctor Who.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Maybe they paid for 2 Doctors and a spin-off.
Mm.
Which would make sense, judging by the way everything looks in that trailer. Everything looks like fucking good.
I'll have to rewatch it.
It looks better than a Doctor flying through a fucking bone beast for some weird reason.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to like show that to someone and go, "Hey, check out this show that I like. Here's the scene from it."
That's what I thought. Why is he flying through it? Just go around it.
Yeah.
Here's an idea. Don't go anywhere near it's getting shot at. Hello?
Just go around it. We haven't got the budget for this. Yeah. The animator's like, for fuck. The animator's like, he goes through it. What? I can't be dealing with this.
We got the money for that.
Oh dear. Yeah. No, yeah, it's been a good run. I wish Shoot You the best. A part of me kind of like wants Russell to leave as well. But we'll see what happens. If this new show really pops off, this new guy might just end up running Doctor Who main show. But yeah,
at this point, mate, they can't get any worse than what we got.
I was actually going through the credits of Torchwood because we just started watching it, and the guy who was the last showrunner was actually the showrunner of Torchwood. What's his name? The one who was the showrunner for Jodie. He actually wrote like half of the Torchwood episodes. Yeah. So I don't know like what happened to him. Like he just became a shit writer.
I became woke. That's the problem.
Yeah, I have no idea. I know it was that. Or it was just It's just there was a lot going on with that show at the time. I think because the whole cast had changed and yeah. But there we go. We'll leave it there.
I just want Doctor Who to take a break, come back, and don't worry about getting fucking cancelled. Like,
yeah.
Nothing wrong with. I know I've been honking on about every week. I just want to point out on record now, I have no issue with anybody transgender, gay, black, white. I don't care what you like, what you're into. Just don't make it so fucking cancel culture if it's not in a show. Like, we don't need people to be so woke and correct a fucking alien on another alien. Like, what? It does not need to be in Doctor Who. It does not need to be in modern cinema, like sci-fi.
Like I said, there's a subtle way of writing it in, and Russell has done it sometimes, but like sometimes it's just like it's in your face, and it's like why is this part of the story? Yeah. Alright, we'll leave it there then. This has been the entire season 2 of Doctor Who, as reviewed by CraigR218 and Dippidude. Yeah, we made it. We made it out the other side. Let's see what the future holds. We will see you all. I guess we'll probably do another series on the new series. I think if it's still within our year window of this podcast, we'll come back to it.
Even if it's not.
Yeah, why not? We'll do a little special series, a little mini series just for that. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. We'll see you all next week or in a minute because we've got another podcast to record.
Yes.
But I hope you have enjoyed. This has been it has been a lot of work making these. Doing 2 episodes a week it's been a lot. Yeah.
I think we're going to enjoy the break.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. we'll enjoy the break. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
We still never found out why the TARDIS exploded. Oh, sorry.
No, we didn't actually.
I was reading the synopsis of 37. What happened to the TARDIS? I got no idea.
Yeah. Why did the TARDIS explode?
God knows.
Alright. Anyway, everyone, welcome to episode 38.
Redo it.